Why, good morning. Guess what I've got? Have a look here. It's a coffee. Oh, I can read. Can I read the coffee? Can you read the coffee for me, please? Let me see what it says. It's showing me. Oh, it's an eye. I see an eye. Oh, it's a sad eye. It's very sad. Oh, I feel sad. I see a lot of sad people at the moment. Really, really sad. Feeling lost and very low. I can feel it. Wow. Amazing. Can't really read coffee, but there you go. That's what I've just saw in that and felt it. Yeah. Hi guys, this is meant to be a happy video. Cheer up. Cheer up, Charlie. Cheer up, Charlie. What's that song? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Cheer up, Charlie. Cheer up, world. It's all just an illusion. It really is. It's just an illusion. Create your own illusion. Create your own beautiful world. Don't get sucked into all the hype. Well, what am I looking at? Okay, yeah, here we go. You all, I'm gonna spray myself with some mist. Nice. And I'm gonna share today Lemon House second product that I produced for Lemon House. There you go, look at it. It's sacred oil. It's pretty much similar to my sacred oil, but slightly different in energy and a couple of different essential oils mixed to them, but not much, only maybe 2 or 3% different. I just wanted to give it a slight twist from my own. Sacred oil is beautiful and they named it sacred oil, and I said, well, it's so close. It's got the Palo Santo, it's got the sage, and it's got the frankincense, but a couple of others just to give it a slight different twist and mix. So yeah, I guess I'll talk about it a little bit today. So I'll take, this is how I use it, 3 drops, 1, 2, 3, no more. You don't need to use more than that. 3 drops, and then this is what you can do. Just take a little bit, third eye, wow, you can even feel it as soon as you start to rub it. Go down, down, down. Then you still got loads because it's so thick. Side. These are your temples. Take a tiny bit more, not too much. And then this side. Temples. Then throat. Behind ears. Nice. Heart. Stomach. Now both hands together, rub, still tons of oil. Back, really important. So, you know, like you'd put your hands on the sides, so that's roughly there. Then rub across, spine and outwards. When you've done, put that down, hands together, rub one more time, breathe in through the nose. Woo, madre mia, por favor. Wow. Again, blow out through the mouth. Always breathing in through the nose. One more time. Wow. You actually feel like you're in a daze. So what is in this oil? As I said before, it was really important for me with the sacred oil to bring the 3 sacred and most beautiful Mother Nature oils together, which is Palo Santo. Very, very powerful in its most beautiful form. I'll just show you. I just received these Palo Santo, and this is raw, it's pure, it's at its purest. And I actually got two. Full up, nearly to the top. Oh my God, it's like gold dust. And I have to wait sometimes months to be able to get this stuff. And then from there, I just love sage. And so I've got all my bottles in there. I don't want to show you, of sage and frankincense. Mix those together in a certain way with aceite, with a really good base oil. There's so many, jojoba. If you're not allergic to nuts, then you can go for almond, but mine is a nut free, so anybody can use it. I remember when I had this epiphany, this moment, as often many of us do, and I felt I need to bring these together, these oils together, and it was like it was in a meditation. So when I brought them together and finally put them in the jar, you can see the jars here, right? Well, that final one there is the jar that you're looking at. And I put like moldavites in there and a few other amazing, very rare crystals that I wanted to get that energy spot on. And then the work starts where you meditate with it. You basically sit down comfortably, you put the jar there, and you start putting the energy or that thought of what you want in there. Say like 3 months went by, and it's like any of my crystals. When I'm happy, when I think they're ready, sorry, that's next door neighbour, you're gonna have to put up with that. He's vacuum cleaning the leaves. He does it every Saturday. I knew it was gonna start at one point. Cheers! Leave it alone! Oh, terrible joke. Anyway, so I'm sat working on the oils and okay, feels ready now. I can't remember the exact moment, but I was doing a healing session on somebody, a friend, and was it on the course? I can't remember. When I can't remember, I can't remember. But anyway, I got this feeling like some of the negative energy was attached to my back, and it started to hurt, and I thought, oh, I need to cleanse this. Normally I'd go to my tree, I'd cleanse myself down with different oils, and I thought, let's see if this oil actually works. And I remember taking the jar off with the crystals on top, and I basically took my syringe and sucked some up and then put it into a dish, all being nervous. And I squirted it out and then took some in my hand and rubbed it on the exact place where the pain was on my back. Nervous, waiting, seeing what's happened. I tell you what, I'd been at this work for 14, 15 years, and I'd learnt something new at that very moment. I didn't realise, but that energy, what was in that one place, as soon as I rubbed this oil onto it, the energy moved to the other side of my back. I kid you not. It moved. It was like trying to get away from it. And I went, oh my God. So I quickly got some more, rubbed it in my hands, and I rubbed it all across my back. And within a space of a few moments, it was gone. And that was it. I knew it's the most powerful cleansing of negative energy oil that I've ever worked with in the world. And since then, I've used it, and literally thousands of people have sent me messages saying it's worked on so many levels. You see, like a crystal can work on your energy in a completely different way than it would with me. But if you're able to place a certain memory into a crystal or into oils, then that memory will always be in there to serve for certain things that you've worked on. So like my heartache oil, if I've worked with somebody who's healed from heartache, that energy will be in the oil. If somebody has strengthened from heartache and then placed their energy on there with that memory of how they grew from the heartache, that memory is in there. So with the sacred oil, I worked on cleansing and strengthening the spiritual psyche. I worked on you becoming aware and awake and to heal from any form of darkness, fear, worries, and negative energy, which can be around us at any given moment. So the sacred oil was 3 most powerful oils in one. Sage, for obviously everybody knows about sage now. It's known in science, it's known everywhere. Sage, if burnt, can clear many things. I've shared that with you, that if you sage a home, the chances are if you do it correctly, you can cleanse and clear any negative energy in that house completely. When you take the essential oil of sage and rub that on your body, it has the same effect. So now you know sage can actually clear negative energy from your body. Makes sense. Palo Santo, again, a most powerful sacred tree, cleansing and clearing, getting you ready for what shamans would use for cleansing and clearing their energy to raise their vibration, ready to work in their shamanic field of work, which could be rituals, it could be healing. Again, once you've placed that oil in there, you cleanse yourself. You can then start to meditate at a highest level. You can do healing work. You can do psychic work. You can do all those kinds of works of angel readings, mediumship, clairvoyant. This is a perfect oil to get you started. If you like frankincense, we move on to frankincense. It is an extraordinary, hijacked, beautiful incense that's been hijacked by people that used it, obviously knowing it's a very powerful thing. It's used in many churches because it has an amazing power, not only to cleanse the place, but it's also helped connect so the spirit world can come into that energy level where you can rise up, so you can meet each other, and that's why you can feel such joy sometimes. I've walked into churches and felt that joy. There's nothing wrong. Just because I don't believe in religion doesn't mean that these people were clever enough to know that ley lines and building churches on ley lines can really lift your spirit. If you ever go into churches, and especially cathedrals, look up. If you ever see a dome above you, stand under it, because that is the exact point normally, and you'll see an X on the floor sometimes. That's normally the most powerful point, sometimes where the priest stands, or sometimes elsewhere. So that in itself tells you that frankincense brings a great energy into a room too. So combining these 3 things together certainly is, for me, the magical or the divine 3. And that's why I created it. That's why I know that 3 is very important. That's why I often say to you, if I hear a message 3 times from different sources, I sit up and take notice. When 3 comes together, it has a divine energy. That's why you'll always see me working on, I mean, here's a typical example. The 3, I call it, and if you just need to look at it, you can see, it's the divine 3. This here is the absorber of negative energy. This is the most powerful crystal to awaken you to highest of senses and connection. And this one here is to amplify all of this around it. So that's why I believe, and I don't think anybody else has ever done this, but these are the 3 crystals that I made, that I know when I'm working in this field of work, or if I need protection, or if I need to meditate, if I need to heal myself, this is the crystal. I purposely made it like this. And that's why I made this oil, because you know when you feel something working in this work, what works, and then you think, okay, try that. I've done it for 16 years, trying different combinations and saying, you know what, I know what works. And that's why, you know, the sacred oil is called sacred oil, because it is absolutely the most powerful oil I've ever worked with. I am pleased. No, actually, I'm not pleased. I'm honoured that Lemon House has chosen 2 of my products. I know they're looking at other people around the world wanting to. Also, Don Tolman, they're going to be using Don Tolman, some of his secret recipes as well, and so on. And I'm really proud, you know, because I know Lemon House will grow one day to be huge, and I want them to, because, you know, I want to support people who are true, honest, and who really do believe in the work, believe in what they're doing to raise humanity and help humanity in different ways. So that's why I did that. I've never done it before. I've never given my recipe to anybody else and never worked on something individual for anybody else. But I wanted to, because they were good enough and kind enough to also acknowledge me and understand me and say, would like to print your book. And they're now just about to print. It's coming out, I think, in 1 week. My new book, Seeing the Invisible. And The Power of Moldavite thereafter, straight after that. So I'm really happy with where I am right now. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the times I talk to you about self-help and how to heal in a mental and emotional way. But then sometimes I will talk about crystals, if it's not the crystal channel, but on here. And sometimes I will mention my tools. And yeah, I can't always give you information all the time. Sometimes I like to share different types of information, and I think the oil is a perfect time right now to heal from the fear, the worry, the confusion, the negativity. You can just see and feel me now. I'm very, very focused because I put the oil on. I see more clearly, I hear more, I speak the truth more, I feel the truth and heal from my stomach and heal from the negativity from the back. So when you place this oil on, you literally lift your energy up. And these are my tools. It's what I've worked with all these 16 years. Each crystal that I work with every day. I mean, all around me, I've got crystals. And I've just gifted this one away to somebody out of love. Look at that. It's a beautiful garnet. Gorgeous. Yeah, so yeah, I've got all these crystals around me at the moment. Look at this beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? This is what's called a polished tektite. So here's a tektite, not as polished, but this one is polished, you see. What else? Oh, there's so much down here, guys. I've got so much going on down here. There's so much. Look at this one here. These have just come back from Bali. Isn't that beautiful? Is it mounted gorgeous? Lovely. So I'm working on these right now. But yeah, I wanted to make a video to share and say, you know, thank you, Lemon House. And I'll put the link underneath if you want to try this slightly different sacred oil from my own, but still extremely powerful. And I like what's been added to it as well. It really has made, you're going to ask me what kind of difference. I'd say the energy is a different energy, and it's more for people who, this is my feeling, and I could be completely wrong, but I think it's more for the general people who are ready to awaken their life, rather than people who are full-time healers, who are constantly healing, who are constantly reading. Because my oil is for that. That's for people who are really doing the work, who's really doing the work. This one, it's still the same, still powerful, but I think it's more acceptable for people to work with who are opening up to what's happening now and becoming stronger and wanting things to happen in their life. They want to become more aware, they want to become more focused, they want to become more intuitive. This is the perfect oil for that, especially now that there's so much negativity around. And if you use that oil like I've just said, it won't let you down, and it will probably last you for a long time if you use it with the 3 drops. There are so many other ways to use this oil, but I guess today I think that's a good start. And that's it. I want to just share a message with you all today to say thank you for not being involved with what's happening right now in a negative way. We're finding, I don't know if you know, but we're finding more and more people are being programmed to be pulled into the mainstream media fear. Don't buy into it, guys. Please don't. It is purposely designed to cause havoc, to cause confusion, and it's purposely designed to separate the brothers and sisters of this world. Humanity is being separated by anger and by hate. And I've said this so many times to you guys. The darkness, evil, I know a lot of people don't like that word, and you want me to say people as a person, but people are normally influenced by certain situations and certain energies. And these energies can take over. And before you know it, you can be in a very deep and dark state of confusion, anger, sadness, bitterness, jealousy, rage. This, to me, is the low vibration. And you can call it what you want. You can call it darkness. You can call it evil. It doesn't matter. It's still the same two yin and yang, positive, negative, light, dark, good, bad. So I'm just saying that we have a world full of souls in a playground. I keep trying to explain it as simply as I can. These souls just want to love and to enjoy their life and to be happy. And then you have bullies in the playground who hate anybody who's happy. And the reason why is because they've been bullied as children. They've been beaten. Lots of bad things have happened to them, and they've lost their love, their happiness, and they hate to see anybody else being happy. So what they do is they try and make people fit into their energy. So you normally find, and you probably know this, right, that you attract what you are. So if you, and I've told you the story before, I had a hairdressing salon, and on each seat, there was 5 seats. Each stylist would attract a certain type of person. So Sam would attract a person who was always like upset and kind of like sad, and then Heather would attract somebody who would be like a little bit different, and Jackie would attract people who would cry. I would attract people who would be a bit crazy, and so on. So you attract people that you feel like there's a connection, or there's a same energy. So bullies attract bullies, and what they try and do is try and sway somebody who might be a little bit vulnerable or a little bit weak. We'd say weak. It's not weak, it's just somebody who is sensitive, kind, caring, loving. To a bully, they consider that to be weakness. So then they'll whisper in their ear and manipulate them. This is the mainstream media. And the darkness, who are controlling and paying the mainstream media, are telling them what to say. So the bully is whispering to people's ears, saying, oh, that person hates you, or you shouldn't speak to them because they're horrible, and and then all of a sudden you realize that the mainstream media is the same. It's a bully. It's telling everybody to hate each other. And then the bully does things like places bricks around and does things that makes it easy for humanity to fall for their tricks. And that's what's happening now. And the bully, these ones, which are the worst ones, the bully is bad enough, but the worst ones are the ones who control the bullies, who make the bullies do what they do. And they're the ones that you never see. They're the invisible ones. They're the ones that you'll never see. They're in dark suits, they're away, they're untouchable. And the bullies always get caught in the end, but the real baddies never get caught, never. So this is where we are now, and we have to realize that we can't buy into the illusion, because it's all an illusion. Everything that you see, yeah, but it's happening, Mark. Yes, but it's an illusion. It's an illusion. What you're fighting for your rights, what you're fighting for from segregation, what you're fighting for racism, all of those things, It's an illusion. It's an illusion. You take all that away, and each person is an individual. Each person should be loved, should be taken care of. It isn't about this person or this community or this race. It's an illusion. That's why I don't talk about it, because I'm not being dragged into the illusion. I'm not going to be dragged into what the bully wants me to be dragged into. And the bully wants you to be dragged into fighting your brothers and sisters because of their colour, because of what they have or what they don't have. And that's why I won't do it. That's why I work on oils, to help people feel better and stronger and say, you know what? I'm not buying into this illusion. I can see through it now. It's all a lie. That's why it's important that I work on crystals, and I send crystals out to children every day as a gift. I send crystals out like this one to people that need help. I work on oils so people can feel better. That is my path. That's the only thing I can do, but that's what makes me feel good, because it's my purpose in life. And sharing messages with you daily, trying to help you feel stronger and happier, even though there are challenging videos sometimes. You think, whoa, this is really heavy. Yes, sometimes to know something is a good thing. I needed to know what was happening to me 16 years ago, which I didn't, and then I became aware. It was challenging, but now 16 years on, thank goodness I saw what I needed to see. Thank goodness I saw beyond the illusion, the lies that was fed to me, that the programming was so strong that I had to unlearn everything and realize that the world is a beautiful place. It's just that these people who push the bullies into trying to mess your life and our world up are the ones that are creating it for their own benefit and richness and power. And that's what we're doing right now. We are becoming aware, and it's challenging. We are awakening, and it's frightening, because we've been so used to being conditioned into believing that the system is there to protect us and we don't need to worry. Now we're thinking, what are we going to do if the system falls? Well, let me tell you guys, if the system falls, you are going to see a world of a paradise, not a world what the bully's telling you. It's going to be mayhem. No, mayhem is caused by the bully. Once the bully leaves the playground is filled with people who love each other no matter what colour, and everything is perfect because everybody is equal, and the bully doesn't want that. So you are being conditioned and programmed by a bully. Once you step away from the bully and don't allow that bully, which is the system and those that control the system, once we clear that away, then you'll find that the world will become a world of peace and equality and love and compassion. And that is what I say, and I have for 16 years. I believe in you, not a system. I believe in you, not somebody to tell you what to do and how to do it. I believe that you know what to do, and together we can create the most beautiful world. I really do. Have a beautiful day, guys. I hope that you enjoy this new bottle from Lemon House, the Sacred Oil, and I hope it works for you as well as it has for me for these few years. Enjoy it. The link will be underneath. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for supporting this channel and buying your genuine crystals from Mark Bayerski. I've travelled all over the world for these crystals, and I put my heart and soul into them, and I hope you love them as much as I loved working with them. Until tomorrow, have a beautiful day, and remember, no one has the power over you.